Good morning, everyone. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. It is the start of a new week, and I'm really excited. I get to talk about my favorite topic of all, well, my favorite of two. Number one, journaling. I'm so excited to be on with you guys this week and share literally from my journals. So come on in. Hey, Wanda, good morning. All of you that are joining, good morning, Margot. All of you that are joining, or if you're watching the replay, as you know, in our money family, it's all about the salutations, the love, the greetings, the embracing everyone, kicking off the week together, having our inspirational coffee, spiritual coffee. This is how we roll. This is how we start the week. So it is a Monday, and I'm happy and excited. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I literally can't wait. Look, you guys, I've got like a bunch of journals. I've got a bunch of journals. Good morning. So I know that, hey, Joanna, good afternoon for you because you're in the UK. I know that this is a topic, those of you that have been in the money family for a while, we are all about the journaling. We love, love, love to journal. And I can see from the response to our emails and to the post promoting this live today that you guys just want to get into it. So how about if we just do that? I'm going to ask you guys, because there's still so many people out there in the world who don't know the magic of journaling, who don't know that pen and paper literally creates your life. So if you could tag a friend, share, do a watch party, anything that you can, so that as many people know about this magical tool as we can, that would be amazing. I see so many friends, and I love that you guys, your good mornings, and you're giving each other love, and my heart's full. Good morning from Canada, Olive. Good morning from Florida to you. All right. Oh, Teresa says, good morning, sunshine. Well, thank you. All right, you guys. So let us dive in today. In my email that went out, I said, I shared the Italian proverb that it's better to teach a man to fish than it is to give a man a fish. If you give a man a fish, you feed him in the moment. But if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for life. Now he can do it forever for himself. And that's my intention today. I can't talk enough about journaling. Those of you that know my story very well, you will know. And those of you that don't know, I'll just share this one part really quickly, is that there's a defining moment in my life where for a period of time, every single day, I sat on my kitchen floor crying and afraid. And my biggest fear was my financial fear. Like, I was newly divorced. I had filed bankruptcy. I had no income. I had two kids, a mortgage, a car note, all the things the kids were doing. Like, financially, life went on, but I had zero way to provide for myself and even to start thinking about the future. And I just became paralyzed by fear. And the one thing that I realized back then was the more I fed the fear is the more I had evidence of the fear showing up in my life. And so I was like, I got to do something here. And sure, there's like a lot of things I could have done. I could have gone and gotten a job. I could have worked part-time. I could have started a business. There are lots and lots of things I could have done to the logical mind, like go get like go create some income. You're worried about money, go create some income. But the thing that I did was I grabbed a journal, an empty journal, and I just started writing out the opposite of what I was experiencing. So every time I had a fear, I grabbed my journal and I just literally declared, this is my new agreement, right? This is the new life that I'm living. And I just started writing it out. And I'm here to tell you, gosh, it's been, wow, how long ago was that? It's been 8 or 9 years. And I've lived everything that I wrote. And all the how to live the things came along. So I didn't try to figure out what job or business to do. I wrote about a life that I wanted to live. And then the business came along. And sure, there were stepping stones along the way, but I didn't start with how. I started with the end. I started with what my desire was, the new life that I wanted to live. So for me, when I tell you journaling is sacred, when I say it, is sacred. It has changed my entire life and continues to blow my mind in what I experience in life. In getting ready for this, I went and I grabbed journals, right? So I actually have my very first ever money journal entry to share with you guys. And this was in 2012. Was I have This is the earliest one I could find. So I've been going through journals for since 2012, almost 10 years of journals to share with you guys this morning. I've done this for a long time. I've perfected it. I've gotten it to work even faster. So I want you to be ready with pen and paper. Notice all of that I told you, because I want you to be ready with pen and paper. I'm going to give you 5 tips around how to journal for money. But before I do that, you will know, I hope you guys know, for the since last week, I've told you we're getting ready for the Money Attraction Challenge. Do you guys know about the Money Attraction Challenge? I know I still haven't given you a way to register. Only the VIPs are going to get that today. But do you guys know about it? Do you know that we have a 5-day Money Attraction Challenge coming up August 30th? Can you type yes? Can you type yes in the comments so that I know? Sometimes in my head, I'm like, everybody knows we have the Money Attraction Challenge coming up. Of course, they all know. But that's in my head. And so maybe you're not really sure or you don't really know. Can you let me know that you know? Yes, thank you, Wanda. Yes, yes, yes. We know the Money Attraction Challenge, August 30th. I literally want you, if changing your financial reality is a priority for you, if that's something you want to know how to do and you want to figure out how to do it easier than you have been, if you've been feeling like, is something wrong with me? Like I'm just missing it. I'm not getting it. I'm doing all the things and I'm not getting any results. You want to mark off August 30th to September 3rd. Every single day that week at 12 Eastern, I'm going live for 5 days to share what I'm sharing this today here and more. In fact, on day 1, I want you all to type this because you all love this. Those that know this and have done this have seen how their lives have changed. And I continue to do this. This is not a one and done. So you want to come back for this even if you've done it before, right? I want you guys to type money love letter. Because day 1 of this challenge, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We are going to be writing a love letter to money. So I want you guys, can you all type money love letter? That's day 1, August 30th, 12 Eastern. That's what we're going to do. But what I've been doing over these last what I'm doing leading up to the challenge, so it started last week, is really working on amplifying your relationship with money, right? So last week I asked you, are you in a relationship or a situationship? Do you just deal with your money when it's situational? Oh, I have bills to pay. Oh, I need money for this. Or, oh, I don't have enough money. Or, oh, let me check the bank account. It's all situational. You just kind of go when you have a need. Nobody wants to be in a relationship like that, right? You don't give your love and highest energy and attention to money. That's when you're in a committed relationship. Think of all the things you do in a committed relationship, and that's what we want to be doing with our money. We want to give it our love and attention. We want to set aside dedicated time. On my calendar, every Friday morning at 10 a.m., 10 to 11, in red with a heart, it says, love on my money. Every week, dedicated time, right? Plus more. But every week, it's like, that's my way of honoring my relationship with money. So I want you guys to know that this is where we're going. Thelma says, I'm getting out of my situationship with money. You guys, I see lots of you on now. Can you tag a friend or invite someone or share this video? I want every single person in your life to know the magic of journaling to create and attract more money into their lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So last week we were like, where do we stand here? Let's make things official with money, right? Let's go into a relationship and out of our situationship. And today we're going to start doing some of the things. So this morning I'm going to share with you how to journal. This is one way that you can just set some time aside and talk to your money, journal and create more of it, right? And then next week I'm going to show you how to create a money manifested list. Here is what's really cool. At the end of today's live, I'm going to give you a way to access all of my journal entries that I'm reading. I'm going to give you something exciting. In fact, I can't wait. Just be patient with me. I wanted to wait till the end, but I can't. So here we go. Sneak peek. How long have you all heard me talk about journaling and how much I love journaling? And we have our own journals, but only our high-end clients get those journals. And you've all been like, Tasha, I want one of the journals. I want one of the journals. Guess what? Guess what? Hold on. Let me make sure this. So hang tight. That's coming. Let's talk about journaling. I think one of the things that's really cool is for you to know when it comes to journaling about money, this is going to blow your mind. So sit back and wait. It's not about the money. It's not. Journaling about money is absolutely, you think when you go to write about it, oh, it's all about the money. It's how much money I want, how much money I have to desire for. And it's actually not. And maybe that's what you've been missing, because when you go to journal about money, you're coming from lack and need and like a low vibration, low energy, because it's all about, the wanting and the needing the money. I want to flip that switch for you today and share with you a whole other way to journal, right? So what I'm going to do is kind of show you my evolution with journaling to demonstrate the point I'm making. So my very first journal entry was 5/21/2012. And it says, I just spent, actually, forget that part. I'm going to go right to the meat of the matter. I need an extra $700 in income to cover this expense, pay for my website by Friday, right? This is not the way to journal. I did manifest, but I can tell you I've gotten way better than this when I started. So if this sounds like where you are right now, just know there's next levels, and this is the beginner level, right? We're moving beyond that. I need an extra $700 in income. And then at least I had the good sense to write, I am positive, excited, and grateful to the universe for its receipt. So I was grateful immediately, even though I came from lack, serious lack and need. I went on to say, I'm excited and grateful to the universe that I've received it. I attract money to me easily and effortlessly. I no longer use that word effortlessly, as you all know. I don't like anything with effort, even if it's Leslie. So that has gone by the wayside over the years, but I attract money to me easily and effortlessly, and I am grateful. So then I went back, because I tend to do this. I went back and I wrote how I actually got $809 by the time I wanted. $500 from someone who said, oh, it's way more than $809. But anyway, those of you that are going to do this to get my journal entry, you will see a picture. I think there might be a picture of it, or you'll see what I'm talking about. But $500 I got in credit from someone. I didn't actually get. One of the things I wanted was the $500 to pay for a website. So as it turns out, the lady that was going to do the website came to me, and I can't remember the details now, but she gave me a $500 credit. I did something else for her, and she gave me $500 in credit. So you see, I want you to see, sometimes you're thinking you're not manifesting. Shout out to Robin. We had this conversation yesterday. You think you're not manifesting money because you're only counting the actual physical dollars coming in. Well, this $500 credit helped me to manifest the money I needed for the website. I didn't need to come up with it anymore, but I got it. Does that make sense? Then I got a $309 check from someone. I got $50, I think, as a discount for something. So I ended up getting way more than a $700 that I was asking for, right? So that's number one. Now I want you to listen. This is fast forward. I think this is 2019. So I'm skipping many years so you don't have to go through it. So here is another journal entry. I'm so grateful money has come into my life literally from everywhere this past month. From expected and unexpected places, it has been so incredible to have so much money flow easily to me. Well over $200,000 flowed to me this month. Yes, I am beyond words grateful. I love abundance, and I really love easy abundance. You want to add that to your journaling. Easy. We want money, but we don't want to have to hustle and grind for it. We don't have to. Just ask for it in the way that you want to receive it. Let's see. And we were able to guide so many others to make lots of money too, and they are so happy. I have loved all the money manifestations every day in our groups. And this is part of just what I want for myself, I want for all of you. So even, I'm asking for money for me. And I obviously, a big part of how I receive money is through my business, but it's not just, it stops at me. I want it for everybody involved, right? It has been like a constant high. So much celebration every day. Our clients' lives, health, money, and business have been blessed so abundantly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Jesus, for these blessings of abundance. So that was 2019. Here's another one. Oops, I think, let's see what this one says. I love how God created such wonderful ways to create 30,000 or more. Oh, this was an earlier entry. So you see, I went from $500 or $700. Now I'm asking largely. I ask largely. So that was 500 in the start. Now it's 30,000, then 200,000. I love how God created such wonderful ways to create 30,000 or more to come easily to us every month from now on till September, when it increases to a number that is our biggest dream come true. 100,000 or more each month. Our bank account and profit accounts have grown massively. We would have never been able to dream this. God is good. We have been so tremendously blessed, and what I love, ready for it? And what I love is how easily, love ease with money, is how easily this money has showed up. I'm going to stop reading because I'm going to give you guys a way to get the whole thing, right? All the full entry. And then this other one is my most recent one. So this was this year. I'm so grateful for $80,000 just showing up in my bank account. Like, I don't know how, but it's nice. This is what I want. I want to look at my bank account and see $80,000. And I'm so grateful I have a safe and solid strategy to grow my investment accounts to $320,000. And it has already begun to grow. I go on to talk about my car, which I totally forgot I wrote this. This is what happens. You'll journal and you'll forget it. And then I go back to read it. I'm like, oh my God, this happened. I said, it's totally affordable to lease or purchase my Q8. It's so sexy. It is so sexy and perfect for me. So here's another piece of this, and I'm going to send you guys the complete typed out journal entry. So I'm not going to read anymore because I want to give you the tips, right? So the thing about the Q8 is that I really wanted a Q8. And then as I went to the dealership and we're talking numbers, I came home and I was like, here's the thing. I will buy the Q8 if I can get it for this down payment and this monthly payment and all of this thrown in. And I literally came up with a list of what I wanted. And when I went back the next day, they were able to give me exactly what I wanted with a Q7. And it's amazing. My Q7 is what it was meant for me. It is amazing. Sure, it's not the Q8 that I wrote that I wanted, but I got the perfect thing for me in the financial constraints that I desired would work for me. So I want you guys to see, sometimes you're journaling and you might be thinking, oh, I'm not getting exactly what I want, but you have to see what are the criteria that you have that are more important to you? Was it more important to me to get a Q8 or this payment? It was more important to me to get this payment than a Q8. And I got what I feel in the end was the best thing for me. So those, I want to share with you some journal entries, and now we're going to go into the tips. All right. So number one is to decide, tip number one, decide what you want the money for. Many times we go to journal and we're like, I want $20,000. And the universe is like, that is so boring. Everybody wants $20,000. Why do you want it? Right? So decide what you want. Is it a trip? Is it a gift? Is it a down payment on a house? Because here's what I want you to hear me saying. It is not about the money. It's why you want it and what you want it for. And sometimes you're going to get the thing you want the money to give you in a way that you didn't even have to do anything to get the money. So focus less on I want this much money and really decide why do you want it. My favorite example of this is when I said I wanted money because I wanted to be able to pay for my daughter's law school. My daughter is going to a school, I think her scholarship is $250,000. In the end, I didn't have to work to make $250,000. She got a scholarship. So I didn't say I want to manifest $250,000. I said I am so grateful that I am able to provide my daughter going to law school. It's paid in full. That's it. And I just left it up to the universe how that happened. But I was very clear what I wanted the money for, right? So number one, what do you want the money for? Number two, so important. Imagine how it will feel. If you notice, I write a lot about how much I love it, how grateful I am, how easily it came. Imagine how it will feel to experience the thing that you want the money for. Imagine how it will feel, because when you go to journal, it's the feeling of having the thing that you're going to write about. So I want you guys, all of you listening now, I want you to type the why and the feeling. Before I get to the other three tips, I want to make sure everybody, look at the comments. I want to make sure everybody's got that. It's all about the why and the feeling. That is key. The why and the feeling, number one and number two in journaling. Why do I want it? What's the feeling it's going to give me? There is no how. You're never ever going to say, I want 10 clients so I can manifest $10,000. Never about how. Never, never. How has no place in your journaling. X out the how. In fact, write it on your sheet of paper and mark an X. No how. Never, 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 never. You don't need God. You don't need the universe. You don't need source if you have the how. Like if you have it, why are you journaling? Just go do it then, right? Me, I'm all about, I just want it to come from wherever it comes from. I'm open to receiving from anywhere, right? So let me make sure you guys are typing the why and the feeling. There we go. All right. Number three, after you've decided why you want it and what you want it for, how it's going to feel. Number three is, this is finally where you just put an amount. And here's the thing. This journaling entry is not about the amount first and foremost. In fact, when I journal, you'll only hear like one line about it or one half a sentence, because the money, the actual number, is not the magic of journaling. Sure, you have to be clear, I want this much money. So for example, let's say a lot of times people journal to pay down debt. You want more money so you can pay down debt, right? Well, so for example, let's say you have $20,000 in debt. You're not going to journal, I want $5,000 to pay down my debt. What you would journal is, I'm so grateful. My balance, we don't use the word debt. See how much there is to learn? We don't use the word debt. I'm so grateful my outstanding balance is now $15,000. If it's now $15,000, it means you manifested 5,000. But that doesn't mean you went and worked or you borrowed or you did whatever to get the 5,000. You just going to the end. At the end, what do you want? You want the balance to be $15,000. One of my favorite stories from my client, Lamont, shared this. He sent me his journal entries once, his intentions for money. And all I could see was he was figuring out, all the things he needed money for and how it was going to come. And I was like, well, then why do you need the universe? Just go to what you want. I'm looking at my balances and they're now this much, right? So this is the only place that you write a number, and the number is the end result. The end result. So I want money for a down payment on a house. I would journal, I'm so grateful that the down payment was just deposited. Whatever it needs. My $20,000 down payment was just deposited, right? You see where I'm going? So you want to decide on a number? Yes. Number 4, accept with gratitude that the second you wrote it down, the second you finish writing this, it is done. You have it. If you can't come from that belief, that's why journaling works for the people in me and the people in our community is that we have a level of belief. And I'm going to tell you why I have that level of belief. But you have to you have nothing to lose other than to believe it. I'm going to write this and it is done. What that means is I'm not going to read it again 5 minutes from now, tomorrow, next week. I'm going to write it and it's done. I'm going to put it away. And I'm so excited to see how it unfolds. That's the way I journal. That's the energy. I journal from the place of true gratitude that I wrote this. It is done. Number 5. So after you've gone through all that, decide on the amount. Decide on what you want and why you want it. Decide on how you're going to feel when you have it. What is the exact number we're working with? Decide immediately as soon as I'm done writing this, it is done. The money is on the way. It's good as in the bank, right? And then now you journal. So you see, what I'm sharing with you this morning is all the things that happen before you pick up the pen. Because that's what happens. You go to your journal with energy of lack and need and uncertainty, and it's almost like a last resort. This is too sacred for that. You have to come with, it is done. I know exactly what I'm writing. I know exactly what I'm getting before you even pick up the pen and paper. And that's like you notice all of this is the first 4 of the 5 tips is just about getting ready. So number 5 is now you journal. And when I journal, I've read it for you and I'm going to give you guys access to get my actual journal entries. But what I do is I write a date. So I decide this is the date by when I would like to have this. I start off with a gratitude statement. I'm so grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe, that this came so easily to me. And I just go into writing all the things I decided in the top 4, right? I'm so grateful that I received the money for Natasha's law school tuition. It feels so amazing looking at her starting school, knowing it's done, knowing the money has all been provided. Oh my goodness, my heart is so full. And I go into all the ways that I know it's going to feel for me. I'm so happy that $250,000 came easily and from expected or unexpected sources, right? And then when I'm done, I sign it. The last thing is your signature. Every single journal entry, sign it. Why? I'm going to tell you why now, so get ready to type. Why do you need to sign it? Ready, you guys? Everything I write, this is an affirmation in my head. Everything I write gets a yes from the universe. Everything I write gets a yes from the universe. So I want you guys to type that because this is part of your believing. Why do I sign it? This is an agreement with me and the universe. And my signature is the end of the agreement. This, as soon as I'm done writing it, this is an agreement. It's done. It's delivered. It's got a yes, big stamp of a yes. I sign my name. The universe stamps yes. So I want you guys, all of you typing that. Everything I type, everything I write is a yes from the universe. All right. Okay. So here's the thing. The thing that's really cool about journaling is to have a beautiful journal. Not going to lie, all my journals are just gorgeous. This one says, ask and you shall receive. This was my 2012 journal. I love, no surprise, the color purple. I love, this is our elite journal, but I have so many journals, but every journal is meaningful to me. I can tell you there was a time last year when I had 2 black journals. I don't know how I came to choose that. The cover had some saying on it that I like, but it really didn't move me. There was no color, there was no energy, and it was a very, very dark time in my life. So I'm big on journals being beautiful and bling and bring, especially when you're going to journal about our money, right? So I want to give you guys access to all of my journal entries that I just read so you can see how I write. I want to give you the 5 tips that I just read. I have them all typed out, but I promised you only the VIPs are going to get this. And you'll remember last week, I told you type VIP in the comments. So if you typed VIP last week, then you want to go to your mobile wallet because typing VIP will give you access to our money attraction VIP pass. Let me see if I can show you on my phone. Oops, the light's coming up, but that's how it looks, right? So you want to go to your VIP pass and hang on a second. Hang on a second. Here on there, it says journaling. See that little, with the little book, it says journaling. In your VIP pass, when you click journaling, you're going to get an access to all of my notes, the 5 tips, all of my journal entries, and let us not forget. Hang on a second. Download your mobile app, download your mobile pass. When you type VIP, you're going to get a link in Facebook Messenger. Type the word VIP in the comments. You'll get a link in Facebook Messenger. Download the pass. It works for both Android and iPhones, and you don't need, it's a mobile wallet, right? So just get it because you want to get your hands on these journals. Nothing more amazing than looking at your journal when you're writing about money and it just looking beautiful to you. So I'm really excited to offer this to our VIPs. I promised you to treat you like VIPs. So I'm giving it to you first. You can't get these journals anywhere else. They're not publicized in our groups or on our website or anywhere. Only those of you that have the pass. All right. So go ahead, download the VIP pass, type the word VIP, download the mobile pass, click the link that says journaling. You'll get the tips and everything else, and you'll be able to be one of the first to have our journals. And as we continue, because next week we're going to do your money manifested list. So how awesome would it be to have your journal to write your money manifested list in, and everything else, your money love letter when we get to the love letter, day 1 of the challenge. You'll have a whole beautiful journal to be on that journey with you. All right, you guys, mwah, I love you. Go have an amazing rest of the day. I can't wait to see those of you that get your journals. When you get your journals, can you take a picture and post in our Money Attraction Challenge community page? I want to see which one you choose because there's 4 different covers. So I want to see which one you each choose. So take a picture, post in the group. I want to celebrate with all of you. All right, you guys, happy journaling. Bye. Have a great Monday. Bye, everyone.